Okay, so this video is going to be a little different, I guess. It's still on topic with my channel, but it's kind of impromptu. I didn't expect to make this particular video, but I got a comment on my YouTube page, and I decided to address it. This comment is from somebody from a Spanish-speaking country, and so I'm going to read what they wrote and then try my best to roughly translate it. And if I can, I might even put the words down here so that people can see the exact translation, just in case I'm saying anything wrong. It says, Manzana, el idioma inglés es el idioma del mal. En Latinoamérica está asociado a tortura y saqueo y través de la CIA. Pertenece al país del asalto, robo y genocidio. El que pone y quita dictaduras. Eloy Zarcero, Costa Rica. So I'm gonna try to roughly translate it, and basically it's addressing me, Manzana, Apple, and they're saying that English is the language of bad or of evil. In Latin America, it's associated with torture, and then it says in this country they rob and they assault and they genocide people. This is the association within Costa Rica of Latin America. And so I did respond to this person already, and on my page, my discussion section, and I'm gonna say the same thing that I kind of told them, which is that I can't say that I'm sorry that they feel that way, and I don't agree. I think I'm looking really dark. I don't agree with them because for me to agree that English is evil would mean that there's an association always of this, negative, highly negative, I guess stereotype. I don't know. I don't agree with it because for me to agree with it would mean that I would think that I am evil, and that I think that the people that I love and who love me are also evil, or a majority, because not everyone that I love who loves me is native English speaker. But at the same time, I do understand it. People tend to make grand associations based off of experience. And so I guess, and it's something that I've heard of before, people kind of stereotyping English. But to me, English is a language, just like any other language. There are things that people who speak English natively, who kind of control things, they try to do. And English is definitely being pushed in a lot of countries as a need to learn type situation. But in my opinion, that does not make it evil. People who do evil things speak many different languages. Not only English speakers do evil things. And you can't say that it's because a lot of countries are learning English and that a lot of countries, English speakers are running things, or that there are so many people who speak English, and so it's trying to take over the world. To me, English is a language. It is a tool to communicate and express. And people use their language, the language of choice, to express whatever they want, be it positive or negative. To me, like I said, it's a tool, and so it can't be evil. It's all in how you use that tool. I could definitely see how in second and third world countries, the people who appear to be coming in and causing negativity are, I guess, English speakers in a lot of cases, but that doesn't make the language itself evil. And I feel like there are two sides to it, where there are those people who feel like it is evil, and then you have those people who feel like it's the best thing in the world. I'm in the middle. To me, it is both. Well, to me, actually, to me, it's neither. But to me, referring more to English speakers, we are both. You have evil people who are happen to speak English first, and you have awesome people who happen to speak English first, and you have evil and awesome people who happen to speak Chinese first, and who happen to speak Korean first, who happen to speak Spanish first, who happen to speak Japanese first, who happen to speak Hindi first, who happen to speak Thai first. Like, there's no way to say, oh, this language is evil. No, this person who has affected your life may have been evil in your eyes, and they may happen to be an English speaker. To me, there's a difference. To me, it's like I said, it's all in how you use it. For me personally, English is a tool. I've said this 3 times now, but I'm saying it again. To me, my native English abilities are a tool for me that I happily use to connect with other people. And that people in other countries happily use to connect with other people. It is becoming the tool for the world to connect to each other. Chinese and Spanish are right up in there as well. In my Chinese, Spanish, French, and English, these are the 4 major tools of connection and networking in the world today, in my opinion. And I think it's beautiful. And these are 3 of those 4 languages are languages that I have definitely latched onto and like to speak and understand. For me, Spanish is something that I've been working on that I was working on for 4 years, but that I had major gaps, and I've never really been able to use it, which is weird because I always thought that I would, being that I live in America and there are a lot of Spanish speakers here, but most Spanish speakers speak mostly English unless they're with family or something. And so I just wanted to put my opinion out there, especially directed at that particular person who commented to me. English is not evil. Perhaps the people that you have interacted with that have affected your life highly negatively that you perceive as evil speak English. But please understand there's a difference, and I hope that anyone would be willing to embrace good no matter what language it speaks. If somebody is going to bring good or positivity to your life, I hope you don't cast them away or dismiss them or push them away just because of the language that they speak. To me, you cannot help what lingual environment you are born into. Just like you cannot help what skin you are born into. You cannot help what eyes you end up with. You cannot help what your hair texture is naturally. You cannot help what height you end up. You cannot help how big your feet are. Like, these are things that just naturally happen, that you have no control over whatsoever. It's just is what it is. You can pick up a second language, but that's what it will always be, is a second language. Some second languages take over as a first language, but even in that sense, that becomes your new first language. And so I don't agree. I just wanted to make that, put that out there. People who feel like English is godsend, or English is end all be all, or English is superior, you people, please have a seat. Please get a life. Please get yourself together, okay? Because this is not true. I'm a polyglot myself. I love language. I think languages are beautiful, and I try to latch on to as many as I can. I can speak a little bit of about 6 languages. Even if it's no more than a greeting or salutation, if I just say that, it's probably more than 6, but I love language. I think it is man's greatest tool, period. That's the way that we get to know everything that we know. And I don't even just mean verbal language. I mean sign language, and I mean body language as well. Language, it's a beautiful thing. Try not to latch anything on to language, because at the end of the day, it is a tool. It cannot help what it is. It cannot help how its user uses it. So it's not even an it. It's that's just the only thing I think of to call it. But yeah, try to let that go. And people, like I said, people who are using this for purposes that are evil, you're purposefully using your English to bring negativity into someone else's life, please stop. Just look back onto yourself first before you go vomiting those sorts of things out onto other people, because that's what it is. It's bile, it's vomit, it's excrement, if you would. It is negative and it's garbage, and it's not something that your body will accept, and so you are being venomous towards other people. Don't do it, because you cause a major rift for a lot of people, for all the people that you affect negatively, and then they go on to miss opportunities to get to know other people who may happen to speak the same language, because they are not as exposed. They only had you. And so please be aware of this. And if you're doing it on purpose because you know you are the only one, karma, circle of life, spirits, be all of that, be aware. There is some truth to it. And so just watch yourselves. For people who love English, hey. For people who hate English, hey. Everyone has their reasons, good or bad. I've expressed what my reasons are for English. I like English because I like me, and English is a big part of who I am, and it's how I communicate and get around and have accomplished everything that I have accomplished. It's a big part of that. And so I like English. But I also love Chinese and Japanese and Korean and Spanish and Hindi and and so Italian. Like, I love languages, period. But I love me, and so I definitely love English. That's all I have to say. It's kind of longer than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like 5 minutes top, but I'm done. So, bye-bye. See you in the next video.